There's a tragic paradox that is in full display. Ma'am, you were not here yesterday. Yesterday, the government was praising the Supreme Court for upholding the abrogation of 370. If at all an alien had come from some other planet, that person would have been completely taken aback the way in which the government is paying respects to the Supreme Court.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
If at all that alien continued for a day more, he would have been shocked to see that there is no relevance for the Supreme Court judgment, a 5-judge judgment. This is the classic somersault that is happening in the House. So the PM has been exhorting everybody, including my dear friend Agarwalji, to make sure that the weddings are done in India. So there is a marriage of convenience that is happening here now. You want it to be a convenient proposition to make sure that the election commission is being controlled fully by government of India. It's an absolute fact that the intention of the government is to circumvent the Supreme Court verdict. What was the spirit and letter of the Supreme Court verdict? It was to make election commission independent, impartial and neutral. But the bill which you have brought forward is contrary to the spirit of independence and fairness. I thought that the government would be willing and yielding for comprehensive electoral reforms. Sir, I'm afraid that we are not seeing the elephants that are roaming around in our drawing room.
John Brittas.
Sir, the two pillars of the electoral practice now. One is money power and muscle power. I would have wished the government, if at all there was a comprehensive electoral reforms that was being brought forward, so that it would have cleansed the political arena. Now, with this bill that is being passed, I would say that let us close down Nirvadan Sadan. Let an outhouse of the ministries being used for accommodating the election commission. Why do you want to waste time, sir, and energy? Money, that is not required, sir. The Supreme Court had said that. If at all there is no independence for the election commission, Mahesh Titmalaji, I invite your attention. The Supreme Court said, if at all there is no independence, it would lead to disastrous consequences. What does it mean? This bill is inviting disastrous consequences because you are making the election commission dependent, an appendix of the executive. Precisely that is your intention. Even the search committee, the Honorable Ministry is going to head it. Even if the search committee decide on 5 people or 6 people, the selection committee can pick up somebody outside the search committee. They should have been a little more magnanimous towards the screening committee. They should at least respect the screening committee. Why is it that even the screening committee has been treated like that without any courtesy? Clause A2 says that selection committee may also consider any other person than those included in the panel by the search committee. So it defeats the purpose of the search committee, sir. Electoral bonds, that is another contentious issue. It is with the Supreme Court. I don't want to comment about it.
Yes.
But the Home Minister had said that era of clean politics, and claims were made that it will lead to transparency and accountability in political funding while preventing future generation of black money. The same electoral bonds is opaque. That is a contention of the general public, according to me too. So the scheme at very behest is opaque, undemocratic, and legitimizes corruption by the ruling dispensation. So the former finance minister, I would quote him, Subhash Chandra Garg, he was there when the electoral bond was being brought in. He said that, why do business or companies donate bonds? Because they are hoping for some favor or seeking to protect their businesses. This is what the former finance secretary, who was instrumental, who was part of that team which brought the electoral bonds, said it. So what does it mean, sir? Sir, money power and muscle power, how to curb it? Sir, according to a study of CMS, the money spent in Lok Sabha election in 2019. So a growth of 7 times from 1998 Lok Sabha polls. At that time, it was deemed to be 9,000 crore. 2019, the study says that at least 60,000 crore has been dumped for electioneering by the political parties, and major chunk would have been spent by Piyush Goyal's party. So now, 224. It is going to double, sir. Any legislation that is being brought forward should be to cleanse the political system, electoral system. Instead of that, you want to make it more opaque rather than cleansing the system, sir. We all know the story of Mr. Ashok Lavas. What was his fault, sir? A honorable person, election commissioner, why was he ejected from his post, sir? So your election department, that is ED, was very active. There were raids conducted at his house, at his wife's house, son's house. He was ejected. And sir, it's a fact that even the big tech companies are being used to invade into the privacy, which has got cascading effect on the election, sir. What does it vitiate the electoral arena, sir? It's hate and hatred. So, in fact, though we go down in manufacturing, the manufacturing of fake news is very robust in this country.